Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for a controversial view. Today we're going to be talking about pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. And you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. Yeah. All right. Now, my history with pieces is pretty extensive. Actually, a little story. I saw this for the first time with my best friend growing up. We decided to rent a couple horror films because his parents were away for the weekend. And I was probably around, I don't know, 13, 14, somewhere in there. So we rented Sleepaway Camp, and we wanted to rent something that had had a bit of a reputation, something that was going to be a little on the harder edge of a slasher film. And when you talk about 80s covers, there is none that are more explicit and more infamous, probably, than Pieces. So that's what we rented. I remember watching uh, Sleepaway Camp first during the day. Boy, was that a surprise. At the end of the film, of course, for those who have seen it, I'm sure most people have. I didn't really expect that. Never saw that in a horror film before. But then that night, we watched Pieces, and I just loved it. Had a great time with it. Now, this is my Grindhouse Blu ray collector's set. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get the one with the puzzle, even though I pre ordered it. Um, yeah, that's the infamous cover. Here is of course, the box. And thank God this comes with a soundtrack as well, which I love. Now, as I said, Pieces has been around for a long time, and I've watched it several times. Um, I had it on a multi pack. I still do, probably somewhere, but I wanted to get a good edition of it. Not that Diamond, who put it out before, didn't have great editions of it. I'm sure they did, and I do like Diamond distributors. But when I saw that Grindhouse was releasing this, it was kind of a no brainer for me. Like I said, wasn't in time to get the puzzle, but such is life. They did a great job with this. Now, what is so controversial about Pieces? Well, you already know that Joe and I, by now, are doing the Video Nasties Challenge in January. Well, there's a little bit to say about Pieces not making the list, but I'll get to that. There was actually some controversy that happened on the film. And I'm going to be speaking about certain parts. If you've never seen Pieces, there's not really spoilers in this, but if you don't want to hear about stuff you haven't seen, I completely get it. Spoiler warning, I guess, sort of a spoiler. So, in the part where the girl is skinny dipping or swimming with her bottoms on, apparently the water was so cold that she almost froze to death because they took a lot of shots. Also, in the part where the girls are dancing in leotards or tights, the director wanted them all to be naked to add to the sleaze of the film. And one of the girls who was a aerobic instructor or went to aerobics a lot explained that that's not what they do. They don't do aerobics in the buff. They wear exactly what they had on. Now, a few of the girls agreed to do it topless and completely naked. And I guess the director was appreciative, so he cast them in other parts down the line. Plus, someone who worked on the film had a daughter that wanted to become an actress. She played the girl who was playing tennis with Linda Day George. And of course, the director got her to strip down, completely nude, full frontal and everything. Or side frontal, I guess, if you want to call it that. And took almost a whole day to shoot her in the shower right before her death. I thought that was interesting. She actually quit acting because everyone wanted her to do nude scenes in every part she got. And she got discouraged. So I kind of feel bad about that. And the last little controversy is, of course, Christopher George and his wife, Linda Day George, both played in this film. They actually took, well, Christopher George actually took the role without even reading the script. And got his wife to come along as well because he owed the director or he owed the producers a favor. He thought it was a murder mystery, which technically it is, but he didn't know it was a slasher movie. And after he found out that it was a bloody, gory slasher, they tried to have their names removed, which may account for his name being on there, but his wife's name just being Linda Day in the credits. So, but the real controversy to Joe and I is how in the hell did this not make the video nasties? This is chock full of gore. Has a lot of nudity in it, a lot of sleaze, and if you look at the video nasties, the movies that are on the prosecuted list and even the non-prosecuted list, a lot of those pale in comparison to Pieces. So this is more of a discussion and a question. Why do you guys think Pieces never made the video nasties list? We would love to know. We're still kind of a little stumped, even though it did have a warning on the label and on the VHSs years ago. That was, of course, was one of the things that drew me to rent it along with the cover. So yeah, we're definitely interested. So comment below and start a conversation. And don't forget to check out Joe's controversial view for Pieces. You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.